In a world where the dark gets even darker, they are going where no one has dared to go. They will search for answers. They may never return. Together, they found the courage to take an unforgettable journey, a triumph of will, for honor, for justice, for liberty. There's only one hope. They are coming to save Earth
from the worst film ever.
Do not take product if you are hypersensitive.
And welcome back, everyone, to the InTalksicated podcast.
Movie group.
Jesus Christ, it's been forever.
I know.
Like, literally 3 months,
I know.
it feels like.
I feel like I started picking up Saturday shifts at work, and it just threw everything. Like, I just realized our environment. Oh, I had a good analogy for this, and I totally messed up already. Whatever.
Good job.
Our ecosystem is fragile. That's what I want.
Ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And there's one little thing introduced, and it just threw everything into havoc.
Yeah.
I already messed stuff up this evening.
But also, we had the InTalksicated Awards, and, like, that took up time.
Yeah.
We had, like, my birthday. Like, I don't know, there's a lot. Ooh. Can I have one? Yes. Yes.
So bad.
Will it fit in here, though? It won't fit.
Tell your sex tape.
That's it.
Yeah. And then I had my elbow surgery, so that kind of threw stuff out. Then I burnt myself, and that's really oven cleaner.
Lysol.
Oven virgin.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's been a while in the making. We're back, though. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere, guys.
No, we're back and
we got you. We got you.
better than ever.
Back and better than ever.
This is the best movie ever.
This week. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna just put this over to you.
You're so quiet.
Because this was your pick.
Yes,
what movie are we watching? What movie did we watch?
We watched Courage Mountain. It was the best movie of my childhood.
Oh, it was a quality movie.
It was like kind of a bonding with my mom because like we never liked the same stuff. And this was a movie that came on, not Disney, but like after Disney, like on a Sunday night when we were allowed to watch the 2 hours of TV for a family. So you have to wait like 3 weeks to watch the whole movie. Right. And this movie was fantastic.
So did you know what statutory rape was when you were little?
Can't rape the Willy. Please edit that.
We will get into it.
Yeah, I just like to say this is a Heidi movie. Like, we should say that right out of the get-go.
Heidi. Like, you know the movie Heidi.
You mean Nicole Kidman's character played Heidi?
Wait, what?
Kidman?
Did you say who's Nicole? Wait, I have so many questions.
Nicole Kidman played Heidi.
Did she? I don't know.
That's the movie I watched.
Okay, maybe, I guess. But Heidi's like a famous literature, like a literary.
That didn't work. I'm trying to make it seem like I watched Cold Mountain because it didn't fly. Sarah, take that out. You tried. You tried.
It was a good one, so we didn't get it. But
ever since you picked it, I kept being like, oh, I gotta watch Cold Mountain. We gotta do our Cold Mountain podcast.
Yeah.
Cold Mountain. Like, I knew which movie you picked because I remember you saying Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
But like in my head, I kept saying Cold Mountain
instead of
not
Courage Mountain.
It looked cold there, though.
Well, it's beautiful Switzerland.
And it's based on the character of books written by Joanna Spyri, I guess, came up with Heidi. Anyway, this movie's based on the book Heidi Grows Up. And
she does.
Yeah, she does.
And this was the first post-mortem book written. Like, this was not written by Joanna Spyri. It was
written by a ghost author.
It was apparently the translator for the English and French versions wrote this version. But this movie, the only thing it has in common with the books is that Heidi goes to a school. That's it. Yeah. And it's totally different. There's a lot of them chasing goats around in the book, apparently. And
I would have liked that more.
There was some goat play in the movie.
there is a little bit.
Gosh. Careful.
The goats take care of
No,
themselves.
that came out exactly as I intended.
Let's get into it, I guess.
Should we
I'm
talk
relying
about-
on you guys. I won't lie. I did not take notes.
Wait, we yet to introduce ourselves or introduce what we're drinking as well. Mm-hmm. So you want to start that?
I'm Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm Jen.
Corey.
And Evan.
And we're drinking... So, Marble Mountain. We're drinking Yost Marble Mountain.
No, we're drinking literally the mountain.
Because the mountain theme. And also we'll probably crack into some Villamira Valpolicella because a lot of this takes place in Italy, this movie. So
It's true.
Is that why?
that's why.
Or is it because it was free?
Wait, it takes
It's
place
a little
now?
free, but
Yeah.
a lot of it does. Yeah.
Yeah, because the
They
whole
went to
the
Italy.
school is in northern Italy. And
Missed that part. All right, let's
fine.
get into it.
Oh, I guess that's my key.
I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight, guys.
Like, let's move on.
I missed that.
I digress.
So yeah, Courage Mountain opens. This is brought to us by Epic Productions, and I just thought it's not very epic what their kind of introduction video is.
Beautiful scenery.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the production company's logo. It's pretty bad. Anyway, we cut to a cabin. She finds out in the first scene she's got accepted to
Bookings.
Brookings,
Brookings, I think.
I couldn't tell because I thought it was Brookings, but when you look at the sign on the school later,
Does it just say
it just says
Brookings?
Bookings.
I think it's Brookings. I think, but I don't. I wrote down boarding school, and I was like, that's wrong. But
All girls torture chamber. Girls.
so yeah, she finds out she's got accepted to this school. A goat comes in and starts eating one of her books. And I was like, yeah, that's interesting. And it's Swiley. Swiley's the name of the goat. I don't know why.
Good goat name.
Yeah.
Swiley.
The grandfather's outside, and he looks so frail in a weird way to me. I thought he was going to die.
Like a Herschel.
I love
Yes.
the first shot of him where like the main focus is this prominent, amazing beard that this man has.
Yeah, Evan literally gasped.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, look at that beard.
You were there a few weeks ago.
Yeah, right?
It's also that actor. I was like, I know him, and he was in the Mighty Ducks. He played the equipment guy for the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, apparently he was also an opera singer. He died in Toronto.
Oh, wow.
Enough too. Yeah,
A family friend of the
that's a lot of
Sheens.
it's yeah,
Really?
The Estevez.
yeah. And this whole scene sets up that Heidi has enough money. Apparently, she got from somebody.
From
died.
goat
Her
school.
parents.
Yeah, her parents' death, and she can go to this school if she wants to.
Oh, yeah.
And she doesn't really want to leave her grandpa. You can tell, but
She wants to go to this school?
she does. But she doesn't want to. She's kind of conflicted if she wants to leave her grandfather because
And the mountain.
he'd be all alone by himself in the mountains. But he says the money's for you if you want to go to school. Go ahead.
Sometimes you gotta leave the country and go into the world.
I like to say in the letter that the headmistress wrote to Heidi about saying that this is a wise investment for your inheritance. She said also bring a blanket because it gets cold. So this is a very expensive academy for girls in northern Italy where you have to BYOB.
Bring your own blanket.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a bit
That's weird. Yeah.
trashy for Bookings Academy for girls.
I would just love to see the program for that, like the school program that made her be like, that's where I want to go. I have to bathe with clothes on? Yes.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Get there.
I know.
This is where we initially get a real creepy scene, but
Oh, yes. The train yard. Or
not yet.
Oh,
not
no.
yet. This is Heidi spying on Charlie Sheen.
Oh, yeah.
Who is
Peter.
Peter. We'll just say Charlie Sheen's in this movie, and he's supposed to be Swiss. He doesn't try to even put any Swiss inflection on his accent. He sounds like... I don't actually know where Charlie Sheen's originally from, but...
Las Vegas, LA.
he might be Mexican.
Yeah, I guess he's an Estevez, yeah.
He is an Estevez.
Carlos.
Carlos Estevez.
Let's just check that.
I wish we had those
Carlos
bird
Irwin,
sounds that they were
this
making.
Well, I did write... I wrote down, like, mating calls. Like, they're literally mating calling each other.
And, I mean, I said to Sarah, it's like, oh, look, like Charlie Sheen lives in this mountain too, because like honestly, like it was just Charlie Sheen,
just by himself,
just hanging out. Like there was there's no attempt at character there.
I kind of wanted to say he's putting on a New York accent, so I just looked up. He is from New York, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. He literally sounds like he's straight out of New York. It's like not any little inflection on his voice whatsoever. No.
There was that playful sexual tumble.
Yeah, that was creepy too.
So, like, I want to just say that I went into this movie thinking that they were father and daughter. I'm being totally serious. I looked at the trailer.
And you thought that he was her father.
Which makes sense.
Because she looks 12. And he's 25 in the movie.
Yeah. Well,
no,
he is. I looked
Charlie
Sheen is 25 in that movie.
I looked it up, and at the time, Charlie Sheen was 25, and she, the actress, Juliette Caton, was 15 at the time.
Yeah, I think she was playing probably.
But they made her look
15-year-old girl.
But that was the thing.
13-year-old girl.
In certain scenes, she looked like she could be pushing like 19 or 20. Like in certain scenes, like the way she was dressed or like how she looked, like she looked older. Yeah. But then there was other scenes where they made her look like she was literally 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And I am rattled.
I mean, the filming of this, yes, that is creepy and not outside of Charlie Sheen's wheelhouse, probably.
They had to show a tender affection but innocence between these two deep and loving characters and their
you
friendship.
Can't defend the...
And I love how he was just like, I'm going to army now.
There's a difference. 10 years age difference is fine when you're older.
20 plus.
Yeah. But he's playing... Okay, acting-wise, it's gross. He's playing 18. His character's 18. No.
That's the thing.
No.
They didn't even try. He looks like a grown man.
Yeah.
I thought he was
he is a grown man.
But they could have picked someone that was more boyish looking.
But
like a Tobey Maguire or something.
I would absolutely, before I met Corey, obviously, let Charlie Sheen tumble me sexually into a ravine in Switzerland.
Yeah, but that's how a lot of girls got AIDS now.
Yeah, even with all the tiger blood and like cocaine.
I feel like that was before he got into that, but right before.
Yeah.
Right before he got into Tiger Blood? This was his gateway movie?
Oh my god. He started with goat blood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that pan flute. What was in that pan flute?
Oh, yeah. That stupid pan flute.
I love that pan flute. It was great.
So this is where we find out Peter is going to join the army, and Heidi's all pissed, so she storms off.
It's never really implied what Peter is joining, and every time you see him later on in his army outfit, there's no insignia, no markings, no anything. It's just vaguely black and red.
Yeah,
it's like oh, you joined the German.
I know that's
I guess for Switzerland, they didn't really. If they joined the army, they probably didn't actually have a job.
Well,
they were neutral.
The thing about like Switzerland has their own army, and the thing about it is like. The thing about Switzerland, why they always stayed neutral in World War I is because like we have mountain bunkers and a lot of guns that we make ourselves, and so like we're just going to sit over here and like with our mountains and our guns, and everyone else was just like, okay, cool.
I never knew. I learned something tonight that I never knew that, and that's where the phrase when you're stuck between two people and you're like, I'm Switzerland.
Yeah,
I'm neutral.
Yeah,
because I don't give a shit about history.
Because they're half French, half German.
But like that's where and I say that all the time. I am Switzerland. I'm Switzerland.
And now
Mark, come on.
So yeah, we cut to nighttime after this, and Heidi gives her grandpa a kiss, and his reaction is weird. Like he looks like ooh, like getting a kiss, and I'm like, that was weird.
Thrilled that his granddaughter shows him affection.
Anyway,
quick poll. Mm-hmm. Raise your hand if you're affectionate with your family.
This is not going to play well on the podcast, but yeah, okay.
Just like my mother and my sister.
Physically?
Yeah.
I
Corey and me were like, no.
No, yeah.
Corey is sort of affectionate with my family because they force it on him.
Yeah.
They hug you.
I've never...
Jen's mom hugs me a lot, but
just to pull up his pants.
Yeah, she'll hug me and then pull my pants up. That's what she does. What? She hugs me.
A wedgie?
No,
so
because
it's
my
crack-
pants always kind of hang a little bit low, and she hates that, so she'll hug me and pull my pants up.
Kids
so
today.
kids
And their
today
low
with
pants.
Well, he shows his bum crack far too much.
my crack runs
No, it's not a thing.
So this is where Heidi finally tells her grandfather, I'm going to Brooking School.
I'm going to the Mount.
Yeah. And that scene is very quick.
Yeah. I mean...
They don't waste any time with plot lines. They come and go super fast.
I'd like to add that even at this point, I still did not realize that Charlie Sheen was not her dad. And so I'm like, why is she so close with her grandfather and not her dad?
Yeah.
Like, why isn't the dad in on this heartwarming moment? Why isn't the dad and the grandfather... Like, I was legitimately like, what?
Yeah.
I have to beat Evan to the sexual innuendo pun for this one because I feel like he probably picked up on it when Heidi was really sad about leaving for northern Italy to go to school, and her grandfather was kind of like hugging her and saying it's okay, and and he says the mountain is inside you, and in walks Peter.
I just thought of the Game of Thrones mountain, and I was like, do not want him inside me.
So that is the next scene when it's Heidi and Gramps walking to the, I guess,
Touché.
walking outside toward... who takes her to the train? I think is it Peter?
Peter.
Must be
Okay,
Peter.
yeah. Peter takes her...
Just remember she tried to fight holding
The goat.
the
I
bag?
think it was the goat.
The goat.
Yeah.
MVP of the movie. Forget his name already.
So they go, so Peter and Heidi go to he drops off at the train. He's really pumped to join the army, which I'm like...
He's going to be a great soldier.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. Wait till you're in the army and a war breaks out, buddy.
But again, like, what army did he join? Like,
What are you fighting for?
like Switzerland?
It seems very passive, and we can get into it later, but he's just allowed to come and go to his military duty when, like, wars break out.
Casual.
Yeah.
That is not how it would work at all.
No. So Peter promises to take care of Heidi's grandfather, and he gives her the pan flute.
Pretty hot.
Something to blow on.
That's when you know a guy's into you. When they give you their pan flute.
She was good at blowing on that pan flute, too.
Yeah.
Still, I'm just so rattled.
Yeah.
So rattled.
It probably was a deleted scene where it's just Peter going like, now blow on it. Blow on the pan flute. See what you got. Do you think Charlie Sheen makes his hookers like blow into a pan flute for him?
I don't know.
I like it.
He's probably into some weird stuff.
Oh, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to have him on the show.
I don't
Charlie
know.
Sheen, if you're listening.
Yeah. Which
don't
we
know
know he
how
is.
weird-
We will supply you with the tiger blood.
So yeah, the train arrives in Italy. Heidi gets off and sits next to two orphans right out the get-go.
Yeah.
Signs on there.
Orphans.
Fucking kids. Like, why the you're sitting there with, like, these stupid signs. I mean, like, why wouldn't you just take the sign off and, like, run away? I
They
mean,
probably
like...
didn't.
I guess they're waiting to be picked up, though. I guess
so, but, like, that school, like, that place they went was, like, awful.
They didn't know that's what it was going to be
Like,
like.
Rape Town Central. Like, that dude with the mustache who was always, like, I don't know, like, what he was twirling in his hands.
It
But,
looked like a cross, but maybe it was just keys or something.
I thought it was like a rosary at
Rosary or
first.
something?
Yeah, that's
like
what I
to
think.
show that he's like some big self-righteous
it was
pompous.
It was creepy.
And we
senior
get
bad guy.
Senor bad, Senor rapist.
we get the two orphans. One is called Clarissa. I don't know what the boy's name is.
They're just orphans.
Yeah, but Clarissa. God, I can't say
Clarissa?
that. Yeah.
Clarissa?
The girl orphan. She, like, through the rest of the movie, too, though.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I've determined that she's the one I'm most like.
No.
Which one was it?
The terrible bitchy one. Who
Ursula.
No, the one who doesn't want to walk in the woods.
Ursula.
Yeah, Ursula.
Like,
You're Ursula.
Ursula. So it looks like Heidi just kind of takes the orphans and seems like she's going to take them to the Brooking school?
Yeah.
Like, she just
Brooking school.
She just picked those up and was like, yeah, I'm taking these with me now.
Yeah.
Well, if you found little kids at the train station, would you not take them with you?
No, because I don't want to go to jail.
Were
I don't
someone
want to
coming
have
for
to
that?
feed them.
The orphanage.
Yeah,
signs.
Senior Benelli?
Yeah, I just call him
Berlusconi.
No,
So in her mind, she thought, wherever we're going is better than where you're about to go.
Well, they're orphans, and she's going to a boarding school, so it's sort of the
But
same.
she didn't know that. But then we get the headmistress, Jane Hillary, I think her name is.
And she was
Crooked
lovely.
Hillary.
She was, but she knew all about Senor Bad Guy.
She did.
Yeah, so she's like, don't go with that. Like, I know there's a kids movie, so they can't go too. It's a family
Preteen.
It's a family movie. It's a family movie.
It's wholesome.
So they can't go full on like
He will diddle your bum.
Yeah, they can't go full on like that, but they teeter on that line.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely implied.
So
God, I'm just rattled by all of this.
no, you watch the movie. Like
I'm rattled.
it is. It's weird. It's weird.
I'm no stranger to the world of
Diddling?
child sex trafficking.
Wait, that's the teaser clip. There it is right there.
Been down some dark roads.
Oh, good Lord.
So after that, we get Heidi's first time in a car, which
Oh yes.
This movie is
We all remember
our first time for a lot of things.
We all remember the first time in a car.
You mean like
a man.
having sex in a car or riding a car?
there's a lot like these parts, early parts. They're very quick scenes. Like they go by like so. Get to the boarding school.
And I thought it was going to be all about the boarding school too.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like
Me on the other end, because I watched the trailer, I was like, when does she get lost in the woods?
Like-
this whole movie, I was like, I thought she got lost in the woods. Again, I watched the trailer.
I did not watch the trailer, but I was like, okay, here's the plot's simple. They're gonna go on the train, go to the boarding school. It's gonna be like Dead Poet Society. Maybe one of them gonna die.
Yeah.
Blah. But nothing like that at all.
Blah.
Yeah, like a fish out of water thing. Like it's like, oh, she's from the Alps. She doesn't.
And it was like that at first.
It was.
Yeah, but it also was like that school. It showed children playing. Everyone was happy. Yes, there was a little bit of bullying. However, Ursula got put in her place.
Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
Why did Ursula do
Well,
that?
not right out the get go though. We can get to it soon. We'll get to it. No, you can.
We'll get to that bathing scene.
If you want to say it right now, that's fine. Yeah, okay.
It is her movie.
Because we haven't really. So we just get to the boarding school, and Ursula's a bitch right away. Where she's supposed
right
to
out
show, Heidi her room. She says something.
Better clothes.
Oh yeah, that's it. She's
Where'd
like, I
you get
made them
them?
myself, and then she says some snide
They're
remark.
awesome.
I knew.
Ursula.
I should point out. I knew someone who made their own clothes at one point. They look like sack dresses.
That's what when I used to make my own clothes to be chic and
shapeless
cool.
tracks.
That's what they look like because that's all I knew.
And I mean, if you go into Zara now, everything is a sack dress.
That's true.
That's so fucked up.
Everyone is like, Zara is so great. I'm like, it's literally a box. Like, there's no shape to this. I can't wear this shit.
Throwing shots at Zara's right up the
Fucking
get-go.
Zara.
Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah.
Fuck
you, Zara.
Sponsor the podcast.
H&M though, H&M is fine because they got the boxy shit, but then they also have the bodycon stuff, which I like. So thank you, H&M.
Except
Sorry.
I don't fit into any of those clothes because I'm just too fat.
You know what? I take a large in panties at La Senza. I realized that today.
I get my panties from online. Because they don't make my size at real stores.
But I just think, anyway, I've had a day. Let's keep going.
I'm kidding. That's not all true.
We get some morning calisthenics. Where
What the fuck is that? Oh, is that what they were doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
wasn't
I was
yoga.
like, is that
That was-
dancing? Is that like?
I was just like, yeah. It looks like they're dancing, but it's kind of like exercise dancing.
We're feathers, not donkeys.
That was one of my 3 notes that I wrote down on the sheet that I didn't bring.
Fuck you, Ursula.
I'm a donkey.
Dumb.
I love her.
Yeah.
She is who she is.
Ursula?
Ursula.
She just is who she is, and that's fine. It's
Which
okay.
is
It's okay, Ursula.
And that gets you a pushing down, like from.
It's not okay, Ursula.
We have a class setting where we basically just get a history on the war that's about to break out.
Yeah, I love it. I was like, does anyone know who's about to start the war?
And how they called Switzerland greedy for not getting involved. I thought that was.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
And what is the greedy country that's not getting it, not supporting, blah, blah, blah. It was a sentence that she just said greedy. And then she's like, Heidi, can you point out where Switzerland is?
Oh, and she points at the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because she's a country bumpkin.
Yeah.
I mean, you tried.
All right, now we get
Hard enough, Heidi.
Now we get bath time.
Okay. Let me know when I can talk. You guys go first.
I was just gonna say my first note is bath time, and then right under I wrote, "I'm not cool with this." Like, it's just a bunch of young girls. They're bathing.
He looked cool with this.
I was not. They're bathing in bathing suits. I guess?
No, like
those are
90s.
straight up nightgowns.
No,
Yeah.
those are small clothes.
Yeah,
Small cloth.
and then Heidi gets nude, and I'm like, I'm really not cool with this. And
He's
then
totally into it.
But that's how you bathe. Like who bathes in their clothes?
Jen, what did you think of this scene? We are the women at the table right now. What did
Honestly,
you think?
I thought it was fine because I have a very conservative European family, and I would understand that. And then on my side of it, I would be like, I'm gonna get naked to wash my cooch, and then I would probably get made fun of. But I get made fun of for everything, so I was totally cool with it.
I was not.
I mean,
But I love this movie.
there are various levels, to which to analyze this scene. Obviously,
Shame.
obviously to start with, it's you're representing how Heidi is from the wilds and she's uncouth and like more primitive human, and therefore naked.
But they could have done
versus
that
these civilized women, who are like, oh, so polite, and
So civilized equals
civilized, therefore
not naked.
Not naked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is where we're introduced to Issa.
Oh
who is
man,
instantly amazing.
I love her.
instantly the best character.
Feminist warrior.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Rip every hair out of Ursula's head.
And throw soap at her.
Yeah, so Ursula comes in and sees Heidi naked and loses her shit.
So that's where I'm not like her.
Yeah.
You like nudies.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually feel more comfortable naked than with clothes on, which is weird.
What about your onesie?
That's fun too.
That's fun. That's fun.
That's fun too.
So I didn't write down what Issa says to Ursula after Ursula freaks out that Heidi's naked. But she says something along the lines like she didn't get naked just to offend you or something. And then she said she was going to rip every hair out of her head if she doesn't get out of here.
Feisty.
Yeah, I loved it.
Did you love it?
I loved how she told Ursula off.
In the bathtub scene?
Listen, Chris Hansen, I'm not going to fall for your trickery.
I don't know who Chris Hansen is.
Oh, To Catch a Predator.
Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the Bachelor. I think that's Chris Harrison. They have a similar name.
Same difference.
I want to talk about
Still
this scene
Predator.
really quick though.
Yeah.
2 cents. Stop telling young girls they need to be ashamed of their bodies. That's fucking so. It's just not cool. It's not friggin' cool.
No, it wasn't cool in 1915.
Like-
still not cool now.
And also,
It was cool.
but that said, like we have showers, so like I shower to wash myself, but I bathe to relax.
I don't bathe. I don't relax.
See, a lot of people don't have baths. I love baths, but I do it to relax, not to actually like wash, really. Yeah. But like, they didn't have showers, so like the whole communal bathing situation, I was not okay with to begin with.
But
And then I was like even more not okay with the idea of like forcing them to cover up and like while they're washing themselves, like. Anyways,
But when you're in a school environment, like I remember going to school and like I swam competitively for a while, like getting in the shower, like it's just a community shower. You're just standing there, and if you want to get ready for school in time, you don't mess around. You just strip down, shower with the other 20 girls, and go.
I just don't think that's cool.
I don't think that's okay either, but that's what happened, and that happened from grade 7, probably 5 until grade 12.
And at least if you're getting naked together, then that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
But
For the guys, like we didn't really have to get naked because we were just wearing Speedos.
Cheetos. He might as well be naked.
We're basically naked.
But I feel like, I don't know if this was like, you should be ashamed of the naked body, like shaming kind of thing. I think it was more maybe a cultural thing. Like that's something they did in like in boarding schools, girls were supposed to be modest. I guess that is new shame.
It is.
It's
a subtle way of doing it.
Yeah, I just think it was probably like in this movie. I think that's supposed to be portrayed as this is more ladylike.
But this is a different time than we live into. I know.
It just frustrates me.
But I also did appreciate that the teacher. Okay, she didn't. I don't think it was. I wouldn't call it discipline, but she explained.
She handled it well.
I think she did because she's like, I am French girl in an English world, and I was out of whatever touch for things, and you just
I was a fish out of water too, like you were.
So I she was just trying to like anything. Unfortunately, not to say that you should conform, but sometimes if you can make adjustments to conform a little bit, it does make your life a little bit easier. Not saying that you should or shouldn't.
That's fair.
But
I mean, I ate a meal of vegetables today.
She did. I saw it.
Shut up.
She ate a salad.
Hate my life.
She ate some Za'atar bread, which had no meat on it.
I love Za'atar.
I know. It's so good. Yeah.
All you lovers of just straight gluten.
And there's like Jordanian Za'atar, and there's like Lebanese Za'atar.
You would love it too if you weren't allergic to it.
I know, yeah. If it wasn't like, it wouldn't literally kill me if I ate it.
You got any recipe?
Well, it's actually just the spices, so you could have gluten-free Za'atar bread.
But really I do agree with your point. I'm
not saying you should conform. I have never been one to necessarily conform, but I've also been bullied my whole life, and I don't have a lot of friends. And Corey's embarrassed of me everywhere we go.
No.
Not true, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, we did. I made
this movie we digressed. This digressed to a dark place.
He loves me, but he's like, Jen, come on.
Oh, you act like you don't try to embarrass me in public. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the movie.
Oh, shit.
I'm here to check your pipes.
Guys are embarrassing me, too. They don't even stay the night after banging me. They just fucking get the fuck out of there.
That's just because they're ashamed of their performance.
Or me. Anyways, we digress. What's the next scene?
This movie has really brought up some really unsettling emotions.
It seems like the movie group has become more the therapy group. We always divert.
Well, because you guys don't want to talk about real life stuff, we gotta hide behind a movie and talk about it.
We're the movie group, not the feelings group.
I know, that's all my other episodes.
As I always say, feelings stay on the inside where they don't get hurt.
That's it.
Deep down, buried down deep.
I take drugs and wine for feelings, but they still burst out.
All right, so the next scene is, which I thought was hilarious. It's Heidi.
I just have so many feelings.
It's Heidi writing to her grandfather. And you know the classic movie trope where somebody writes a letter and you hear them narrate it?
Yeah.
This starts and she's like, Gramps, things are going good here. I'm making a lot of new friends. End of letter. Next scene. Like, it literally is that fast. Like, it's not
like, it would be like a text message in letter form.
It literally, like, and I think she continues writing, but this scene literally lasts like 30 seconds. It's insane.
Also, the only blanket she had that she stole from her grandfather was on her bed. Because he did say, if you can take my blanket... When she said she had to take one for the winter was cold. Oh. And her blanket, but he will make do. So it was literally their only blanket that she took to Italy, and it was on her bed.
Only blanket.
Yeah. Well, what'd she have on her bed, though?
That was sheets. They're not the same. You know, you have a big problem with that blanket on our bed.
I know. Anyway.
So you know how Grandpa made do? The goats sleep on top of him.
Yeah.
Shala. What was that goat's name?
Shala. Or I mean, like the hairier you are, the probably warmer you are.
Well, you probably think you're sleeping with a goat then.
No, actually, Sarah.
Well, that's what I figured.
No, the hair does nothing.
It doesn't keep you warm?
No.
Yeah. It makes you itch if it's
it does. Yeah,
our hair does not make us warmer.
No.
Sorry.
The more you know.
We get after this. We get
drink the more you know.
We get a montage of school that all relates to sex.
Wait, what?
I think
I missed this part.
Yeah,
I feel like this movie would have been set better if it was like all 80s music.
What do you mean it was
all the little the girls are like so
because they look at like
Jasmine and Heidi or what that little girl
Issa and Heidi.
So they've become good friends. So they're always like, boobs.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And they're looking at a statue of like
David.
this. It's not David because it's a naked man, but he's like got like a cloth over his groin.
And they're like, it's coming.
Like, it's coming.
So they get to eventually see the actual full David.
Yeah.
I did it. I missed that part.
And it's very like sexually driven. It's real weird.
Ursula reminds me of my sister.
Ooh, really?
Because she was like, "Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it."
True.
You know what? I take it back. I am not at all like Ursula. We just agree on the woods, and that's it.
There's lots of people that don't like the woods.
This is where we're kind of learning.
I guess that's like 13-year-old you.
That was an accident. That was an accidental bell ring, but perfect.
I'm keeping that delay in there too.
This is where you find out the war is close. Like there, you see,
super close.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Heidi plays the pan flute with the band at one point.
Man, that's the best scene. I feel like that was her like breaking the ice with like the rest of the school.
I'll win everybody over with a pan flute.
Like they're like
cello
instruments and shit. And then she's up there like playing the melody of the song like on her little
and
pan
just
flute.
blows them all out of the water.
Yeah, like she's killing it on the pan flute.
That's it.
Chilling it.
And then in comes the cavalry.
Yes, the army shows
literally.
up. Yes.
Literally, I was not being facetious.
Yeah, here comes like
Berlusconi
with his
not
bonga
a good
bonga
time
parties.
for a pillow fight. Just want to say.
Yes.
that comes. Okay, yeah. So the army's taking the school over, and it's a military base. The government.
Yeah, they got this piece of paper being like, "Oh, sorry, we got orders to take over your school."
Yeah,
get the fuck out.
Hours.
Yeah,
because that's enough time to do anything.
Yeah. So the headmistress sends everybody home that she can get in contact with, but she's left with a handful of 4 girls
and 1 little boy.
No,
never mind. Shut up, Jen.
That's the orphanage. 4 little girls, and they have an impromptu pillow fight.
Yeah,
because
impromptu.
Angry pillow fight.
I know. Like, Hillary is whipping pillows at the
Crooked
kids.
Hillary.
Do you know what I said?
Busting up her pizza sex ring.
My bougie self goes, look at this pillow fight. Those feathers look dirty.
They're legitimately...
They're
real
brown.
Feathers. Yeah.
No,
feathers.
they're goose feathers.
Yeah.
Like, they're brown. Like that's the color.
That's not the color of the feathers that normally happen in a pillow fight in most movie scenes.
Well, that's because they're not real.
Yeah,
this was legit.
This is real.
This
is legit.
And I just wrote
real.
This is it. Yeah.
After the pillow fight, it was like Ursula sucks, and then there's like some serious banister sliding.
There was.
That was a really high banister.
But the headmistress is the
she
one
was
that's
showing her fun-loving, childish character that she's amazing for these girls.
Breaking free.
Yeah, I mean, I like her for the most part.
Here would have been a moment where, like, Queen's "I Want to Break Free" would have been perfect.
Yes.
I want to break free.
So senior bad guy shows up.
No
that's not his real name. Do we know his real name?
Yes.
Silvio Berlusconi.
This is just the.
That's why
we're gonna call him. Sounds like a pasta.
Silvio
we're gonna call
Berlusconi.
him. We're gonna call him senior bad guy. It's just easy that way.
Ex-Prime Minister of Italy.
Senior BG.
Senior BG.
He shows up and he's got an order from the governor,
who is his close and personal friend.
Yes, that he is taking the girls that have been left behind to the orphanage. So Hillary fights this, but it doesn't go too far. He takes the kids.
Just like the 2016 election.
And this is where, so the girls are taken to the orphanage, and this is where we're introduced to Sonata.
Is that the evil woman in the orphanage?
She's the
Sonata's bad guy.
Like at first, I thought like
she looks like your sister.
Oh, that's some shade.
I
thought at first I thought Crooked Hillary was going to be the bad guy.
Yeah,
but then I met Sonata, and I was like, oh my, no,
yeah, maybe because
real bad.
Maybe because they already introduced a character named Ursula, made me think of this. But she looks like Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
She could play her in like the live action movie.
The two senior and Sonata bad guys are like Disney villains from a cartoon at this point. Like, they're the most unrealistic thing. They're always cackling. And
they have really cartoony mustaches.
I love
both
how...
Of them?
Yeah, if you look closer,
you said that plural.
No, sorry, the guy.
Yeah.
I love how, like, every time that senior bad guy, like, you know, like, enters a scene, like... It does this thing where, like, the camera like frames the ground.
Yeah.
And then, like, it shows him, like, walking onto the scene, like, focusing on his feet.
And then you hear
like,
that,
he's, like, slinking on. And then you hear
like, kaboom, kaboom, or whatever.
Of his whatever he's flipping in his hand. And then, like, it pans up and he's like, like
twirling his mustache.
Like, he's basically Wario. Or not Wario, like Waluigi.
Or like in Despicable Me. He's literally the bad guy in Despicable Me. I just made a jerking off notion, but I was trying to, like, shake his, like, knees.
You were trying to shake it off?
I've shaken many things off.
So we get introduced to her, and she's very strict. She's like, you go over there and you shut your yappers, or whatever she said.
Yeah, she's like, no talking.
No talking.
I turned to them and I go, this is my personal hell.
Yeah, this whole movie.
All women and no talking.
Yeah.
Was it all women?
No.
Oh, no, I guess it wasn't.
Because boys on that side, girls on that side. No mix.
I mean,
Never.
that's also kind of my nightmare. Like, seeing them and not being able to go, like...
Brookings was your personal hell.
Yeah, that...
The bathing thing.
I think I would have loved it there.
That seemed kind of...
I like lazy.
Bathing with my clothes on.
The next thing we get is food time, when they're getting their gruel or whatever they're getting. And we get both Senior and Sonata, bad guy, have a table set up with very nice food. Why would you eat with all the orphans? Like, go eat somewhere else.
Because it's part of their meanness.
Yeah.
Just show, like, we're in power. Look at our meal.
But it's so Disney cartoon at this point.
It's a very, like, childish, lazy, easy level of, like, it's like, look how bad we are.
Like, it's out of place, really, in the movie.
This is 1992, and it's still an
1990.
1990.
It's still an amazing movie, just in case everyone's lost that.
Yeah, and the quality of the
footage
that Sarah and I
Fantastic.
found... Like, it was definitely from, like, you know,
Home
like,
video.
home video. like, oh, wow.
So Heidi goes up and asks to go home to the two bad guys.
Yeah, basically at this point, it's Oliver Twist.
Yes, it's so much Oliver Twist. And they take her breakfast and say she's getting no lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she just walks back.
Story of my life.
Just and they did
regular life.
Give me some Doritos, I'll be fine.
Introduced the girl, they were like, we like the darkness. And then she holds her hand. I know no one can see this, but she holds her hand up almost like a Hail Hitler like sign and is like, I forget what she said.
Yeah, I saw that too. And
it was kind of like...
Is it Sonata or is that the
lady, the mean lady?
Yeah.
Sonata.
Yeah. Okay. So she's like, we like the darkness. And then and then she was like this, but she was pointing for them to go
like,
in a direction.
Go that way.
But it was basically a Heil Hitler, and I was like, ooh,
go overtones.
Yeah.
Even though it's set in 1915.
So is that World War One?
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know. Well, I didn't say it was accurate.
We get a scene with...
She could be still a socialist.
Yeah. We get Hillary trying to talk to the Senior and Sonata bad guys to get the kids back. They don't budge on giving them back. Next scene, we get the kids making soap. Very Fight Club-esque.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, is this Project Mayhem?
I was like, oh, this is where all the Lush soap comes from. Because it actually does look like there is a Lush soap that is like a Fight Club soap. Like, it's like a pale pink color.
Oh, really?
It's called the Rockstar soap. It actually smells delicious.
My deodorant is from Lush.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Lush is amazing. It's fucking
You should
pricey.
tell people that that's a Liburn, by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you talking about your deodorant?
Yes.
Do we talk about the journey that took you to get there?
Let's hear it.
Oh, this is a side
This
tangent.
is a
That's okay.
tangent.
Well, I just wanted to go all natural, so I would go and I try to be very clean, but I need a very strong deodorant, so I went through a bunch of all natural ones that did not work.
The crystals and stuff.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he has a wife that's candid.
Yes.
And you tell him, like, you stink?
Yeah.
You got out of the shower, you need to go back.
And trying to find an all-natural deodorant is insane because they're pricey, and if they don't work, you still have it. So I went through a few that I'm like, yeah, these are expensive, they're not working, and I finally at Lush.
I think I honestly think by the time, because it had been a couple of weeks, and I had read articles, if you're trying to go natural with your deodorant, it takes a few weeks to get all those extra toxins out of your body. So sometimes you can get worse before it gets better. Yeah. So I honestly think that if you didn't even wear that Lush deodorant, like maybe you would still need a deodorant, but like not, you wouldn't need it like you did need it. Like I think it was almost worse. And now you probably wouldn't need it at all. Because I don't wear deodorant.
I've read so many bad things about deodorant.
No,
I don't either.
Duck.
I wear it between my thighs so they don't like blister in the heat.
That's a good tip.
But yeah, I don't wear deodorant either.
What?
Yeah.
No, because honestly, I read so many bad things with deodorant that I was like...
that's why I went all natural, because it's like...
It's in your family.
Well, I know too many people in my family that's got Alzheimer's, so I'm just like, I don't...
Wait, are you saying deodorant gives you Alzheimer's?
The aluminum.
It
has been connected.
It's supposedly linked to Alzheimer's.
There's aluminum in deodorant.
In most men's deodorant, it's very difficult to find a men's deodorant that's effective that doesn't have... Women's has a lot of non-aluminum that is effective because we're...
Do we know a good non-aluminum...
I know a $30 one.
Yeah, Jen...
Is it La Vanilla or whatever it is?
No, it's Biotherm and it's...
Fuck!
Everything...
You got aluminum in you, girl.
There's so much shit you gotta get as a woman to stay...
Or you could just... I buy
so
it like
pricey.
once a year and I don't even bother wearing it.
It's the companies,
it's
yo.
It's so pricey to stay like decently nice looking.
And I work for those companies, so I get it all free, so it's kind of lost.
Jealous. Okay, can we move on? Because I'm very distressed.
All right, so the kids are making soap.
Yeah, now I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna get Alzheimer's because I've been using fucking Dove.
But you won't know. You won't know.
But I don't want to smell. That means more to me than Dove.
But Dove wants you to feel comfortable in the skin you're in. Please sponsor us, Dove.
Yeah, Dove. Or Lush. Because Lush saved my armpits and stink.
Or Biotherm.
And my mind. Anyway. The kids...
body.
This is where we find out why the Senor and Sonata bad guys are so horny for these kids is because it's slave labor. They're making them work for them.
Did you use that expression because of my work email?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
What was this? What work email? I'm okay with tangents. Yeah. You're on the right show.
You finish.
No, you can say...
My email, I had a guy come to do an inspection on the building the other day, and he was like going back over this thing that he wanted us to install with his business that would benefit his other business. So I called my boss and said, hey, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, in the meantime, I found out that this older gentleman that was trying to sell me this stuff is kind of a friend of my dad, or whatever. Like, they've known each other a long time, and And so my boss comes back. He's always trying to get me this. He's so horny for this. But now that I know that this guy's a friend of my dad's, it's just like...
yeah, the email said he's just like, wow, this guy... He won't give up on this. He's real horny to get this done.
It's a new phrase that's going around.
Yeah.
The word horny is now being used like in different ways. Yeah. Like if you really like a song, you'll be like, I'm horny for this song. Which I'm okay with this.
See, I say it all the time, and
I'm not fine with it. I want language to stay the way it was and never change ever.
Yeah. Are you saying that you're horny for everything to stay the same?
No.
That seems like a conundrum that I was just trying.
I'm going to get back on my velocipede and make sick my.
I'm horny for a lot of things, but mostly penis. Let's continue.
Mainly penis.
All right. So the kids are basically the orphanage is using kids as slave labor. That's why they want more kids than. What is funny about slave labor?
I'm horny for slave labor.
Yeah, the transition. It almost came up my nose. I'm not joking.
Heidi's pissed off that this is happening. Ursula thinks they should stay. They want Heidi's like, we gotta go.
She's an idiot.
Ursula wants to stay and go back to the bad guy so many times. This movie gets real.
She has Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
I mean, her name is Ursula. She might be from Stockholm.
Listen, Ursula has some problems. Okay.
Yeah.
She's dealing with them the best she can.
Is that what she's doing?
I think.
I don't think that's what she's doing. She's just a bitch.
So
She's just like a conformist who gives up too easily.
No. I'm trying to keep it moving, but that's fine.
Go ahead.
No, but this is what the podcast is about.
This is intoxicated.
Just jump in whenever you want. But anyway.
Or don't.
No. You know what an unimportant podcast, me just saying, this will happen in this scene, and then this scene happened, then shut up, this scene happened, and then goodbye, everybody. Anyway, back to this. Peter and Gramps have a talk, and this is where, like, they know war's broken out.
So do you know that Peter's not her father by now?
I think at this point at this point me and Evan had Googled it.
Yeah.
Like, quite literally. Yeah. Looked it up on the internet to confirm.
So, since war is broken out, Peter's found out that Heidi hasn't left Italy yet, because that's what her grandpa wanted to know. He and Peter says, I'll get her out somehow. I'll get her one of these days.
With that pan flute right up the bum.
Oh, God.
It's like a whole fist.
This is where we get... we should say that, like, Heidi and Clarissa have reunited. I'm just going to power through. Have reunited.
You gotta do when you're getting it from the bum.
And Clarissa knows an exit route, but she doesn't want to go alone. So Heidi gets all her friends, and Clarissa gets her orphan boy toy, or her orphan... I don't know if her brother, the boy never speaks. It's all
I think they just needed somebody to throw away later in the movie.
Yeah, to get caught.
Not that that's what happens.
No, he does get caught.
Spoiler alert.
I know, like, if somebody...
Spoiler for the next 5 seconds.
Yeah. So they basically escape through a bunch of tunnels. There's one sad boy that waves at them as they, like, leave. Like, he's happy.
I was on Hinge at that point. I was on Hinge and Evan died laughing.
Yeah. It's there's a skeleton in the tunnels, too. When they're walking in the tunnels,
I missed that.
There's a skeleton, and, like, Carissa's, like, kind of like...
fetal syndrome, or fetal position.
That's fucked.
I don't know what that is.
It's like fetal syndrome.
If I'm pregnant, this baby has alcohol fetal syndrome. I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah. So they escape. They get in, I think it's a milk, like, cart or something.
Yes,
a buggy.
Yes, my favorite scene. Okay,
we'll get to it soon.
Okay.
Anyway, Senior Bad Guy is looking for answers from the other kids, and he's threatening to take all their lunch away.
Yeah.
So eventually the sad, wavy kid, I think, gives them up and said they escaped in, like, a milk.
He wants his lunch.
Like, there's, like, at least, like, 15, 20 of those kids. Like, I don't know why they just don't, like, swarm them and eat them.
Oh, I know.
Because they're probably so starved, and their bums hurt.
Yeah, bums hurt much.
Anyway.
From what?
Fisting.
No, from all the work they do.
Oh, is that wrong?
No, not at all. I love it.
Anyway, so...
God-fearing woman.
Eventually the milk cart stops, and we get a woman who,
the
like...
bossy milkmaid! Man! That milkmaid was getting it done!
Milkmaid is the best character in the movie.
This is like, hey!
Here's my boob. This is as much as I can show you in a family movie. Like, just before the nipples.
Dude is like, oh yeah.
It's like Garçon at, like, in, like, the Belle cartoon movie.
Yes!
It's so perfect.
This is awesome. And she leads him away to sin.
That's right. Delicious.
The milk may say
Delicious
homogenized,
sin.
but I'm all straight, baby. And then they went into
Oh my.
and they're kissing. So the milk guy gets out, and they kiss, and he just, like... There's one part where it's so disturbing. Jen made me rewind it.
So disturbing I have to see it again.
Because I didn't see
try that, Corey?
But he literally doesn't even kiss
A.
her. He just, like, rubs his lips against her top lips at one point. Like, it's real. It's the weirdest kissing scene. They're rubbing lips.
Bizarre.
Yeah. I've rubbed tongues.
Not as bizarre as a hollow mouth, though.
Ooh.
Have you ever had a hollow mouth? Like, just nothing?
What, you mean like a big tunnel? Like
when
they just don't use any tongue at all.
Like that?
That's staying
And they
in.
burp in your
Sarah,
mouth?
keep that in.
They burp in your mouth?
That made the entire thing.
Whose burp was that? Who knows?
Wasn't me.
I tasted
can't burp.
it.
I actually can't burp. Okay.
You can burp.
No, I can't. Only when I hiccup
can
and
do
laugh.
it if you want to.
Only when I hiccup and laugh at the same time.
Is your diaphragm fucked?
Next time I have hiccups, make me laugh.
My sister doesn't fart.
That's not true.
That's not true. There's no way.
Does she burp a lot?
What?
Does she burp a lot?
Yes.
No, those are her burps coming through her mouth.
Yeah, but also when you sit and talk to her stomach. That's what I tell her. And sometimes she'll sit there and you can hear her stomach. And I'm like, why don't you just let it go? And she's like, I can. And then she's
yeah. Hippopotamuses fart through their mouth. It's a fact. So, there you go. I'm sure your sister's a lovely person, so don't text her that.
I don't think. Anyway, the girls find like a shed full of dairy products. Like
my worst nightmare.
Oh yeah, speaking of my like bad indigestion.
Yeah.
Seriously,
but it's apples.
Yeah, it is apples. Yeah. I think there's cheese there too for some reason.
Ooh, apples and cheese are good when you're sick.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said that.
Apples and cheese are good every day.
Yeah.
But they're like kind of my go-to sick food.
So they're gorging away.
You're welcome, Tyler and Zoe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Our Patreons.
We love you so much. We're sorry.
So slowly, you'll like learn everything about us.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they're eating away, and this is where Heidi's talking about Peter, like they're a thing, or like a couple.
Yeah,
this is where it got real weird.
I love it, because she, at one point, it's like, yeah, he's very old.
He's 18.
Yeah, she says it.
But when you are a
He's
teenager...
18.
Of course that would be old.
Like, 18-year-old boys were like a different world.
I think of 6th grade Sarah with an 18-year-old. I went, what the fuck?
All right, so that'd be like a grade 10 and a grade 12, like, together.
Yeah. So in real world...
Grade 15, 15 years old.
So that's like us.
I guess.
Opposite.
Okay.
Wait. Are you older than him?
No, I'm so much older than him.
What? I never knew that.
Emotionally and physically talented.
You're
emotionally.
You're a
that's
woman.
debatable.
Well, you're a woman, so you're automatically emotionally older than him.
Also, I like to bring up that she's talking about Peter, and then Ursula's like, I don't believe you. You're making up this Peter guy. And she's like, he gave me this. And she reaches behind her back and
pulls up the pamphlet.
Like she's John McClane from Die Hard, and it was duct taped to her back.
What did she pull out?
The pamphlet that he gave her.
Which I'm just like this big, and it's like
the orphanage would have. I know the orphanage would have taken that.
Yeah, because they clearly said no dolly. I wrote it down.
No what?
They clearly said no titties and no dollies.
Okay.
They did not say no titties.
Like a doll.
Oh, okay.
They did not say
teddies.
When you said that, I immediately thought of like
no titties.
I didn't say titties, perv. I said teddies.
It sounded like you said titties.
Oh shit!
I'm drinking Verona IGT Rosa.
Yeah, we have moved on to this other second bottle of wine.
If you couldn't tell,
it's Villanera.
I can tell.
Valpolicella.
Good choice, Corey.
So
Not as good as mine, but it was a good choice.
No,
it
yeah.
doesn't make my feet swell, so I'm happy.
Okay.
This is a lot better.
So, Senior Bad Guy shows up because he was told that they were stashed away in a milk cart. And he has a really creepy line where he's like, I'm going to take you all back. And he's like, I don't usually like to mix business with pleasure. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. What the hell?
If we didn't get enough of an innuendo, this guy's like a pedophile.
I called it from the first time I saw him.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The way that Hillary reacted to him earlier, it's like, oh no, that guy's a pedophile.
You stay away from him.
Ren and Stimpy.
They're going to... Oh yeah, he got
true say.
Yeah, he got accused of.
Who, Ren and Stimpy guy?
Yeah, the guy who came up with Ren and Stimpy.
Good.
What other childhood shows?
Which I mean, if you watch Ren and Stimpy, you're probably like, I can see it.
Sense.
I
never was into it.
Hated Ren and Stimpy.
Really?
I liked it because of the farting jokes.
Yeah, my first 2 CDs I ever bought was the Ren and Stimpy soundtrack and Spice One America KKK's Worst Nightmare. Which was a hardcore rap CD with like Ren and Stimpy.
When you said Spice, I thought you meant Spice, like the Spice Girls CD.
No, Spice
and I would have like just instantly liked you way more.
And also, it was the first 2 CDs I ordered from Columbia House.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you just stole from them like the rest of us.
Everybody stole from Columbia House.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty sure
how
my
it was
mother
set
is the
up.
only one.
We
that
talk
paid
more
our
about
bill.
this on our bonus episode on Patreon that you have to pay like $10 enough to get.
Yeah, it's a running theme.
I think they should bring Columbia House back.
They're probably in so much debt from people stealing. They'll never come back.
1 cent records.
So anyway, they run Senior Bad Guy over with a barrel to kind of get away.
The little guy, I didn't say this, but you said the little guy sacrifices himself.
Yeah, he did. He jumps on the
pussy.
Yeah, he doesn't have a line. No, but he sacrificed himself so the other
ladies.
He
sacrificed his butthole for those girls.
He just talked about
only
pleasure.
Me. He won't put the other thing in. It's better that way.
Oh my god,
maybe Senior Bad Guy likes boys more than girls. I don't know.
What do you think that necklace is for?
Anyway,
where does your mind go? Like dark places.
Love it.
Dark places.
So anyway, the little boy sacrifices himself, and the girls get away.
The wine.
Yeah, I know. The wine brings the demons out. That was a terrible look.
Demon look.
So we see headmistress Hillary talking to the governor with both the senior and Sonata bad guy, where she's like, I want these kids back, and the governor's like, no, you they're part of the orphanage, I'm sorry, can't help you
just now.
Yeah. And at one point, Senior Bad Guy goes to the military and he's like, I need five of your mountain men to go find the girls or whatever.
The guy blows him off.
Wow,
He was like,
I missed that scene.
Yeah, he kind of.
And then he went and talked to the lady.
Yeah, later on after they found. Yeah,
and she was so elegant. She slept with a little tissue on her.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That was a little bit later. But
I was on Hinge.
She was sleeping on she was waiting all night, obviously, to try to
because
find
the girls
information.
were in the
gallery. Yeah.
So she had a little tissue, and I was like, I just want to be slightly ladylike.
Yeah, she passed out in a chair, but she had to rest her head on the wall, but she put a tissue on the wall
to rest
her head. So
no germs.
Yeah.
No, you know what I think it is? So your makeup doesn't get on the wall.
And I was just like, that's so classy.
That's so
I wish I was classier than what I am.
I would like to try.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I jumped a scene. Before that, it shows Heidi and all the others lost in the woods. And there's a scene I forgot. So they're walking down a path or a trail, and then Heidi starts playing the flute, which I'm like, if people are looking for you, that's a good way to get caught. Then they almost get run over.
That's what I was thinking.
Then they almost get run over by the army, and then bombs are going off, but they just look like red fireworks.
Yeah.
They're in a full-fledged First World War.
Yeah, it's a battlefield, but all of a sudden...
in northern Italy.
You could have gone to Battlefield. You could have gone to Pat Benatar's Battlefield, but you
That's
went to
Love is
Katy
a battlefield.
Perry.
Don't I know it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
anyway.
you're dope.
Back to the other scene, the governor's there and all that stuff, whatever. And then, so the Senior Bad Guy tries to get this, 5 mountain men, and the guy blows him off. And then Sonata, whatever her name is, I'm just going to call her, Sonata Bad Guy.
Mrs. Bad Guy.
I'm going to call her Mrs. Bad Guy from this point on. So Mrs. Bad Guy went to Senior Bad Guy and is like, what are you doing? If they talk to the girls, the jig's up and they're going to know about the orphanage, what we're doing there.
We're bad guys.
Yeah, so basically he's like, but if they had an accident falling off the cliff, that's all right.
Foreshadowing.
A gun-related accident.
That they fell off a cliff with a bullet in the
That's an accident.
Yeah, so that sets up him going after them in the mountains, I guess. The girls go through a battlefield at this point where there's just hundreds of dead bodies, and they play it off pretty cool. If I was in a battlefield with that many dead bodies, I'd be like,
limbs
what
missing,
the fuck? Yeah,
guts strewn,
and Heidi's basically
smell.
Yeah, Heidi's throwing out orders. She's like, grab that guy's knife and that guy's pack, and then it's like,
maybe
survival
mode. Yeah, women really know how to function in intensely stressful situations. We break down before and we break down after, but during, watch out. And
we are clear as mud.
Okay, we should have sent you guys to fight World War II.
Yeah, that's it.
You probably
should have.
Wouldn't have actually had a war if that was the case.
Oh.
We would have cut his bells off. And there would have been a different.
This got really sexist at this point.
Oh, I love it.
So much. Okay, Corey.
All right,
if I had a time machine, man, prove those women wrong.
So Hillary and this soldier that initially Senior Bad Guy went up to goes to her and he's like, we spotted the girls. They're in this part of the mountain. And she's like, okay, I'm going to get word to the grandpa. They're going towards Switzerland. It's kind of obvious that's where they're going. It cuts to the girls in the woods. They follow a goat for a little bit. And
what the fuck? I missed that too.
Yeah, Ursula is still bitching about
and this
her
is
shoes.
Ursula basically.
That's where I was like, me.
Yeah,
me.
This is during all the god rays in the woods, and the goats.
You know what?
The goats are symbolic of leading, Heidi back home.
Oh, ow.
To Switzerland. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a beautiful
to
movie.
Grandpa.
You never told me that during the movie.
I pointed out. I saved it for now.
I know. Got to keep everything secret.
Ow.
I love that you called that. That was gonna happen. You can see Shay's face just loading that up.
That's what it was.
This is where we see Senior Bad Guy is getting ready to look for the girls, and he has his goggles and all his gear.
Oh man, I love his fucking Swiss Alps
Corey
gear.
has a pair of those goggles. You should be wearing them.
You know what? My mom has a pair of those poles, the walking poles.
Yes.
And he eats chocolate too. He's like, "Oh, can't forget my chocolate."
Yeah, no, that chocolate gives you the energy you need to move through the Swiss Alps.
He has a sweet tooth for that
Swiss
sweet
chocolate.
pussy.
It's probably 70 to 85% dark chocolate too.
I love that Swiss chocolate bar, the blue kind with the blue label with the almonds in it.
Lint.
It's big. Yes.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah.
So good.
I like a Toblerone.
Ooh, fucking
Because they look
fuck
like
yes.
mountains and you
Yeah,
can
that's
pick
it.
them off.
Yeah, that's it. So the girls are walking. In the next scene, it shows a waterfall. It shows Senior Bad Guy following them. Oh, I missed another scene. Sorry. So it shows the grandpa.
How dare you?
I know.
You're kicked out now.
Peter goes to see. Oh no, the grandfather goes to see Peter, who's at his army outpost.
Yeah, I guess.
For once, he's working.
And calls him grandfather.
Yeah. You haven't even... Yeah.
He's not related.
No.
It just makes
What do you
things
mean?
confusing.
He's his son.
Yeah, he's not.
And I mean, at
Keep it
some
in the
point,
family.
grandfather refers to Peter as his friend, and it's like your friend.
Can you imagine
dating
being
your granddaughter.
They're not dating. They didn't date in 1915.
But she
They're
said
courting.
she was in
Courting,
love.
and then got married.
Then married, then children.
He's courting her for sure.
God damn it.
Yeah, he is.
Baby within a year.
So
Back
Grandpa
then,
goes
before
down.
By 16.
Grandpa goes down and
14.
sees Peter at this military whatever, and is basically like, "Hey, Heidi's making her way over the mountain from Italy to Switzerland. Can you go get her?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll just leave this army base and go do
casually.
it." Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Like it's
Maybe
not a
he's
thing.
expressing
I don't
that nothing
think-
else matters except family, so he will drop everything.
You
and
know
go
that
for
will
her.
get you killed in that day and age. I'm like,
Didn't you say at one point that is he even in the army or is he just wearing a fancy suit?
That's what I was like, because I wasn't even sure because there's no insignias or anything. I was like, maybe he's in the Italian army because they seem so casual about it.
yeah.
By the way, the Italian army sucks. I'm sorry.
I don't know anything about politics, but this movie is amazing and it's also fiction. So cool it, guys.
I like Italian.
Razzing on
Historical
Peter.
fiction.
Yeah, it's army seemed very casual for Peter.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we
He's
get the
the best
girls
soldier
walking. We get the waterfall, like I said. We find out Senior Bad Guy's following them. It shows Peter heading up the mountain with skis, which I thought was weird.
Where
So I
do you
guess
get
that's
those?
I wrote.
He's in Switzerland.
Then we enter into an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, basically.
Well, not yet. We'll get to the part. He's still walking up the hill at this point. Were you talking about like all the ski
Yeah.
sets? Okay, we'll get to that.
Best movie ever!
So Ursula is again saying we should go back, and this is where we find out Ursula is an orphan as well.
Yeah, she
She's
has like
not
the
an orphan.
suckiest childhood
She is an
ever.
Yeah.
No, her mother gave her away.
Her
and
mother
like,
was forced to give her away because she was too young. So
Oh,
her
okay.
mother got pregnant as a teenager, an unwed mother, and
The 90s version
like
of
Senior
Teen
Bad Guy
Mom.
wants to do to all these girls.
yeah. And then she was forced, and obviously the family was from money, so they put her in a boarding school and forgot her.
Yeah. So that's just kind of her redemption arc, I guess.
Maybe the senior bad guys plan to like propagate his business, like make more orphans.
Maybe. Hillary shows up at the grandpa's house, and I really wanted them to hook up for some reason.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen.
Hillary,
did you see her hair?
Hillary just stays and hopes that the orphans show up, or sorry, the girls show up. We get this whole backstory that Grandpa didn't really want Heidi.
That was harsh.
You know what? Harsh, but real.
He's like, she was a burden on me.
But I mean, that's not. Maybe he's not wrong, but he's being real.
But now he's
sharing his emotions, men.
Yeah, it's very, very healthy to do that, guys.
When we know where you stand, we're much happier.
Y'all burdens on me.
So true.
You're getting really liberal with that bell over there.
Yeah.
There's a storm outside, so the girls find a cave. Heidi plays the pan flute again, giving away their position.
This is where I said to Evan, is this a crossover with the Ewok adventure?
I love that movie. It's the only Star Wars movie that's good.
It's so good.
Is it Star Wars or
Star Cruiser?
Better?
Star Cruiser Crash.
It's just better. That's all it is. It's just better.
I would pay for just you guys to explain Star Wars for a podcast. That would be hilarious.
Let's do it, Jen.
Do it
Jen,
tonight.
come on.
Have one more bottle of wine, and it could just be an extra thing. And because Star Wars is ridiculous.
Yes, please. I haven't seen the latest one, but I'll catch up.
There's another one?
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Corey.
So, the girls are in the cave.
There will never be no more Star Wars.
It'll just never end.
The Ewoks.
It will go on forever. It makes you
Disney owns them forever.
And Disney owns all our childhood, so...
I love Disney.
I love Disney, too.
I mean, did Disney do Homeward Bound?
Probably.
Probably.
That's my childhood.
They own Marvel now, so it's just like
they own everything.
They own my childhood for sure. Anyway,
them of Warner Brothers.
We digress.
So the girls hear somebody in the cave, and they all like knife up to like fight it.
Girl power.
They all pull out like swords and shit, and are like off dead soldiers. And anyway,
you know what? Women can be fierce when put back into a corner. You've seen me.
Do you think that most guys that would have a sword would also own a lizard?
Gross.
What?
Yes.
Anyway.
Trick question.
Trick
question. The lizard owns a sword.
It was a stand-up joke I saw recently that was like, if you own a lizard, I'm just concerned because you probably own a sword too. And then it made me think.
Now I'm concerned about Sarah.
So it's Peter that's in the cave. He brought all the girls like a buffet. Like everybody has like a lot of food.
How much food?
I know, he brought so much food. And like plates and like
jelly.
Enough plates for everyone. How did he know there was going to be 5 girls and not the 5th one that like the little 6th little boy that sacrificed him?
No, maybe she was just saying fuck that boy. Like he doesn't get shit.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get any pussy for that.
I don't know why the imagery of Charlie Sheen with all those girls being really close arm in arm creeped the shit out of me.
It's rattling as fuck.
The whole movie was
creepy.
creepy.
Weird that I wasn't rattled and felt comforted that he was there to protect them?
Yep, that's weird.
I mean,
no,
that's what you're supposed to feel, but we know what Charlie Sheen is.
But as a 14-year-old girl, I had a crush on an 18-year-old boy.
Did you?
And I was like planning our life together.
I didn't like those things until I was like 17.
No, but then you know what? Like it got weird for me because literally, and I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't like this guy anymore. And he called me and was like, "Do you want to get to know each other better?" And I was like. Something clicked in my mind. I was like, no, I'm 14 and you're 18. Don't call me again.
Huh.
And now he's married to my friend.
Just an update. Homeward Bound is owned by Disney.
Buena Vista.
Fucking shit.
But Disney does do everything justice. You can't say they don't.
I mean,
they make so many feelings.
I know,
but they do make whatever you're
with sexual messages.
But that's the rest.
Written in.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh, do not get me started. Do not.
I used to have that record.
I just like to say though, Disney.
Disney, please sponsor us.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. You have so much money. Just give us $1 million.
Oh my god, let's start a Kickstarter. Send the movie group to Disney World.
Can you imagine?
I mean, they already do epic rap battles of history.
Yes, you know what? Instead of send us to Disney World,
stuff.
Disney make an intoxicated ride where you can just like
get drunk
because all the adults are already drunk there.
Yes, that's true.
But Disney is kind of like fucked up a lot of kids because all the early Disney movies are fucking traumatic.
Yeah?
Yes, but which is good because kids need to know that life sucks.
Dumbo, fucking
Fantasia?
Bambi.
I mean, all of them.
Fantasia, that's just an acid trip.
I can't watch that.
I love Fantasia, actually.
Yeah,
bothers me.
There's no emotional trauma in Fantasia.
I don't think I've ever slept
anyone
through it
understands it.
No, there's no emotional trauma. There's no like mother like son separation, father son separation.
Mother stealing the heart of her daughter.
That doesn't happen in Fantasia.
You can't be blocked from life.
You can't be
Quote of the
blocked.
year.
You can't be blocked from life.
It's like all the
I'm gonna block you.
Cock blocked from life.
All right, let's motor through. We're
God
close. We're
love
so
Corin.
close. We're
Let's just
so
wrap
close.
this up.
Yeah.
So bossy.
So this is where we
Senior
also
bad guy.
This is where we
Edit all
also
this shit.
this is where we also get a start of a weird love triangle between Ursula, Heidi, and Peter because Ursula's like kind of flirting with Peter,
Shaking her tail feathers. Feather tails?
Yeah.
Tail
She doesn't
feathers.
have any tail feathers.
She's probably a good 15-ish.
13?
She's got her period. That's enough.
I mean,
How do we know that? How do you know that?
Girls with that kind of perky boob, because you see that at the end of the movie, they got their period.
Well, anyway.
I didn't get my boobs till...
I got my boobs at 15,
Good
but I also
12.
got my period when I was 15.
We all digress. Let's
It's
just get through. Can we get through?
We
can have a
got
side
this.
time.
We got this. We got
So
this.
close.
So Peter has to go back because he doesn't. I don't
He's
remember
getting
what.
a buggy to carry the girls back.
Yeah,
He's
that's
a
it.
gentleman. He cares about the girls.
So in the morning, Heidi wakes up and she's like, "Oh, where's Peter?" And then Ursula's gone. And then Ursula comes back with a bunch of wood now that she's like the hunter-gatherer
she had wood.
type. I know.
She's
being like, "Oh, Peter left hours ago," and Heidi's like, "Well, he wouldn't leave without saying goodbye." And Ursula's like, "Whatever, I don't know."
I don't know, girl. He's your man.
You said goodbye to me.
I gave him what he needed.
But they're kind of like fighting like this weird love triangle that's not even like doesn't even happen. But anyway,
They're both horny for Peter.
anyway, so
We're all horny for Peter, okay?
Yeah, we are.
and she said, "Yeah, he wouldn't go out saying goodbye." Anyway, Senior Bad Guy shows up with a gun because they all have their knives and he has a gun. So he's like, "Oh, we're all going. I'm taking you back." But really, he takes them up the mountain to throw them off. So he ties them all up kind of together in their hands. So he's pulling the girls with a rope, and then Heidi does the mating call thing. And Peter
not it.
Peter didn't really make it far for being gone for a few hours because he's just like a little up the hill. Because anyway,
You don't know how far that ski scene went.
and then so this is
Several jumps.
this is the Always Sunny ski scene. He sees Senior Bad Guy dragging the girls, and Peter puts his skis on,
Like, and
and
like
just-
the music changes, and like he's just like, it's on.
and he's
It was a different movie at this point.
The jumps he's making, I was like, those would break your legs, like especially on like
Those are professional grade.
skis that are definitely not like or like jumps. Like I'm like
I told you it was an epic action scene.
Is that what he would have done if he wasn't in the army?
oh maybe
Professional
He
skier.
is from Switzerland.
Switzerland.
So he skis down the hill, basically like after doing all the jumps and flips on this hill, like hits Senior Bad Guy. Yeah, just like smokes him. They fall kind of off a cliff. Peter holds on. And Senior Bad Guy falls off the cliff, and the worst dummy they drop that keeps hitting rocks.
It was the
I
doll.
half expected there to be explosions.
That would be amazing.
I love the explosions that they give.
Like, it would have been amazing.
I just have to bring out that I think it's fantastic that the binoculars at that time frame and in age were so good that both these two men could look on the Swiss Alps, some of the most beautiful, and I don't know anything about them. I've never seen them, but I assume majestic mountains. They're famous,
Pretty majestic.
and pretty big.
Yeah.
They can spot 5 young girls,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or 6 people crossing them with just a couple
Perfect
scans.
clarity.
Yeah.
I was like, how would you know where to look? Like, I'm looking across in my binoculars to see the old naked lady on the 10th floor in the building across from us, and I don't always get her.
Why are you looking for her?
Because it's fun and she waves.
Oh, I would love that.
She sometimes wears a negligee.
Does parts of her body wave with her?
No, but you can't tell if it's like nipple or negligee because they're down here. Right where the
windowsill cuts them off, but she waves back sometimes. It's weird.
It's actually fantastic.
Anyway,
I feel like crying.
Do you? Because it's awesome. We haven't seen her lately. She might be dead.
Yeah,
a lot of
maybe.
people die in that building.
They're all old people in that building.
Check that.
There will be someone else.
So the girls and Peter head back to Switzerland and back to Grandpa's place. Hillary and Grandpa see them.
Cricket Hillary.
So there's a big everybody's reuniting. Grandpa just picks up a random kid that he does not know and starts carrying her around. I think it's Clarissa.
Fucking Clarissa.
No, it's the littlest one.
That's Clarissa.
Clorox.
It is.
Corey knows all the little girls' names.
Clarissa's like the greatest character. She's the very small orphan.
Yeah.
That was Clarissa.
It was Clarissa.
Oh, man.
Okay, so then they all decide to have Christmas dinner together because apparently it's Christmas. And this is where we get all the loose ends tied up that make no fucking sense that they be tied up.
Yeah.
It's basically, so they're having Christmas dinner and one of the girls says something like, oh, what's going to happen with the orphanage? And then Hillary's like, oh, the orphanage is closing. How the fuck would you know that? Like, that happened
You've been
super
on
fast.
a train to Switzerland for days.
And then at one point, Grandpa looks at, like, Clarissa, who's, like, the little girl, and they're talking about, like, oh, I hope to keep this one a little longer. Like, implying that he's going to adopt her, but the way he says it's super creepy.
Oh, my
What about
God.
the other girls? Don't they matter? There's a little girl that hardly had any lines in this movie, and she has feelings and hopes and dreams. Why isn't anyone wanting her? What happened to her?
Because she has a
Peter have a
family
brother that's gonna bang
she
her?
has a family that just couldn't be reached at this time.
She never spoke up.
Yeah. So
you gotta speak up, ladies.
Anyway, Peter leaves. Like, after it's all done, Peter leaves. Heidi, who's skanked it up a lot in this episode.
With that
See, now she's looking 18.
Yeah.
When she walks down those
15 going on 24. Right?
Yes, staircasing.
That top knot.
Staircasing.
Not red though. I don't think the dress was red.
Like
it was plaid with red.
Sixpence on the richer, like,
And there
kiss
were
me.
pearls. And you know what a pearl necklace is.
I don't
We all know what a pearl necklace is.
So Heidi follows Peter outside, and they're outside like the town or whatever,
That's what
and
it
they
is.
kiss, which I just wrote a lot of
Beautiful.
exclamation points after they kiss,
Gross.
because the age
Beautiful.
difference between those actors is disgusting.
It looks like he's kissing a 13-year-old.
Yeah. And then as that happens, the town set off fireworks. And I was like, you know what you probably shouldn't do during war times? Set off fireworks.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Or
like
in
bombs.
Dartmouth.
Yeah.
Wait, who sets off fireworks at Christmas times?
I don't know, but
Christmas time.
But whatever was happening last summer, there was so much.
So many fireworks!
All
The
the
poor
time.
dogs that
Every
were just
day.
dropping dead in this city due to
God.
We
fireworks.
could do the fireworks, yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the movie.
Oh man,
got
Courage
there,
Mountain.
How
about it,
subscribe.
No goats got fucked during this movie.
Well, we don't know that.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can't say.
I don't know what evidence here we're
Dun.
doing. I know
We
what
can't
me
say
and
for
Corey
sure.
were doing, and you can mind your business.
Mind your business.
Getting drunk.
Yeah. What did we think? What did we think of this movie?
Probably, I hate to. We know what Jen.
Possibly like the most wholesome movie we've watched.
Oh, definitely,
As
yeah.
like
Wholesome?
Yeah. Definitely the
Despite
most.
the rapey,
Think about what we watched.
My eye just twitched.
Think of all the movies the movie group has done, and name a more wholesome one.
I don't know. That Bong movie was pretty wholesome.
She saw that was pretty wholesome.
What?
That staircase scene was totally slutty.
They never had.
And
there
that
was
guy
no
was
sex.
gonna rape her
There
at
was
the
no.
end.
They were all the same age. They were all in the same class.
Yeah, that's high school shit. That's
It was dramalicious, but did I just say dramalicious?
Yeah, I just. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, wholesome doesn't necessarily mean good, though.
I just know that my mom loved this movie, and when I told her that we were watching this for a podcast, she was like, "Oh, maybe I'll listen." And I was like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
Thanks so much for listening.
Please don't listen, Mama.
Wavy, we love you.
She'd be like, "Oh, you guys,
Okay.
so perverted." That's my mom.
Yeah, I can't say that this was.
I'm a
this
pervert.
was not a movie for me.
She knows.
This was not for me.
I thought this was probably one of the easier movies to watch that we did.
Corey
This
liked
was
it.
way easier to watch than Double
Any
Down.
of
Yeah,
those-
Double Down, Birdemic.
Birdemic.
No, Birdemic, I was in it.
Yeah.
I was in it.
Double Down, I
Makes
just
me sad
found
for
like
you.
it sapped my will to live.
Yeah. Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
I mean, that was bad too.
But you know what? That movie was bad in a way that I could I still think about Fantastic Four and like how bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like how that movie
You've mentioned this many
failed
times. Yeah.
on so many levels. So many levels.
This movie is comfort to me. I watched it with my mom and my dad and my sister.
No,
and
this is
sometimes
pure
my
like
grandparents.
Sunday CBC.
yes.
Can I ask?
Like
Are you in
like
a-
Escape from Witch Mountain is
Oh!
same category.
Fucking love that movie. Do you still think as
Not
highly
the
of it,
version.
having watched it at this age?
It absolutely did not stand the test of time. I get that.
But she still enjoyed it.
However,
Okay, it's nostalgia.
it was nostalgic for me, and I understand why I loved it so much as a 10-year-old girl watching it with my mom, who was like, we were all hot on Charlie, which is weird and gross to say.
No,
but he
it's
was
not. Stop
At the
being
time,
ashamed.
you know, it was fine.
and my mom is like really like horny for orphan movies.
Okay, that's the teaser clip.
Wait,
Hashtag horny for
Is
orphan
that,
movies.
is that the hashtag? We're gonna bring back the hashtag
so
thing.
Annie.
Okay,
If there's
ready-
an
I'm
orphan,
ready
my
to
mom's
watch.
in.
honest to God,
It's all good.
Please
if
send
you
that tomorrow.
if you comment to us the hashtag that we just said, okay, it's hashtag. What's the hashtag again?
horny for orphan
Okay,
movies.
I will send you some sort of gift in the mail.
Yeah,
Legit.
there we go.
Comment,
child with no
comment with
parents.
the hashtag. I will send you something.
You'll find a child with no parents and send it to you in the mail.
It won't be poo, I promise.
This
Shipping and handling charges will apply.
Oh, I like chocolate.
well, okay. Well, that was an experience.
I feel like that ended on a high note.
Yeah.
So should we announce
Yeah, we
the next?
okay.
Sarah's been waiting for this for so long.
I've been waiting for this since she's all that.
This
Yeah.
is like it's like almost, what is it, 7 or 8 months? I gotta write it on my paper.
I wanna add a disclaimer to this that I give Corey veto purposes because this might be something you and Brian might want to do.
Oh, we can.
Dude,
And I'll just let you know that I have a backup in case you think it's one of those that you have on your list.
I feel like it would be a completely different sort of dynamic.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it would be for sure. Okay, ready? Okay, so the next movie we're gonna watch is fucking Tremors.
The original,
Yep.
I love that movie,
1985.
actually.
You know what? That is.
Bon Jovi.
I don't want to do that on Nandi's proof because
Corey
second-
loves
it's
that movie. He
second-
doesn't
I
want to
can't make fun of
Sweet.
that movie. It's amazing.
I'm gonna save
It's
my
one of my favorite
backup
movies
for
of
my
all
next
time.
pick.
When I was a child, that movie actually gave me nightmares. I slept with socks on my feet because I thought the socks would protect me from the tremors.
Is there a movie called Monsters in the Closet?
Yes.
Yes.
Monster in the Closet.
That's my next pick.
Tremors is
Don't announce
just
it now.
one of those it
It'll
is.
be like a year away.
It is my Courage Mountain.
Yeah, you just love it.
Tremors is a
Okay,
Corey, like, we'll weep and
we
not be able
gonna
to make fun
fucking
of
do
it.
Tremors, people.
nice. I'm
actually-
excited.
And can I say what my backup was?
Yeah.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
No! No!
All right, I'm glad we're doing Tremors.
Yeah.
Because Corey will, like, weep and not make fun of it at all. He'll be like,
Oh no,
No,
I
there's plenty to make fun of.
I don't think
Those
so. That
IGs?
movie's perfect. That is a perfect movie.
And we rewatched this movie
I watch it all the time.
Within the last 6 months.
Really?
Probably within the last year, I have actually watched this movie 3 times, and I've never seen it in my life until about.
There's a lot of good quotes. There's a lot of good quotes in it.
Yes, it's
quotable.
I'm excited.
Like the Asian guy who owned the.
So are we just doing movies that are good now?
I don't care. Tremors is my movie.
I love Tremors. Okay.
Tremors is what we're picking.
Movies that we're fond of, and to make fun of them and rip them apart, it makes it even better.
It can be. You like them. For whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we don't necessarily need to pick shit movies.
We don't.
I pick movies that are classic movies that a lot of people will know.
It's really hard to watch some of those movies.
Yeah, you're talking about Evil Bong.
But Tremors is a movie.
Evil Bong and
you're pointing at me.
And that, yes, because it's usually you.
What was the other one you think?
The other one where the guy was like wearing the tank top and then he...
That was Reddit, by the way. That was the internet.
That all suck.
Well, I mean, here's my thing. Tremors is a classic, It's a movie that they would play at Park Lane, and it would the theater would be packed.
Yeah. It's amazing Marvel. We got Bacon. We got... Anyway.
Can I tell you my third choice?
Well, sure.
Because I had 3 in mind.
Are we going to do
Superman?
Ewok movies tonight?
Oh, God. I can't put that on my podcast.
It should be
you and I can hang out and watch the Ewok Adventure, but I can't put that on my podcast.
You can't put that in your podcast.
That could be a bonus episode.
Maybe a bonus episode. But my third pick was the Tom Hanks classic, The Burbs.
I love that movie! That's so good!
I love The Burbs. That's another great movie.
That movie.
Okay. All right, we should probably...
I gotta pee so bad.
We should probably ring... Well, before we get that, do you want to... You're good at socials.
Oh, God. Follow us on the social media. And that is Facebook and Instagram at Intoxicated Podcast. And on Twitter at _Toxicated. We have an email address. It's intoxicatedpodcast@gmail.com. And a website that I worked really hard on that no one seems to give a shit about. It's intoxicatedpodcast.com as well. And Patreon!
Yeah, we're on Patreon.
Patreon?
Again, Tyler.
And Zoe. High rollers. Yeah. We got high rollers here.
We do. We got bougie fans of the show.
We do. Quality over quantity.
That's it.
We never thought anyone would sign up.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite literally. But we put Patreon out into the universe and just hoped that something would happen. Yeah, Thank you so much for your support. You guys
always
rock.
Remember to listen and subscribe to Intoxicated Reviews.
Yep.
Right now we have a Burger Week competition going on. If you want to know more about that, go to our Instagram or listen to the last Intoxicated Reviews episode on Good Burger.
You could win movie tickets.
Yeah.
And movies are literally almost $12 to go to.
That's it.
It's so fucking pricey. So you could win 2 tickets to go.
Yeah.
And even though Burger Week is over, we're still doing that. So go do that. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for listening. Thank you guys for
coming to our place.
Living here and letting us come over and talk about
coming to our voices.
What do we think the title should be? I was thinking Liquid Courage Mountain.
Courage.
That's good.
I like it. You're very good at these little thingamajiggies.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It either comes to me immediately or it comes to me right before I post the episode. So very nice. As long as it comes. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. Ring that bell, Corey.
Double.
Ooh, that was jarring.